Okay, that's fine. Okay, the party that, this is why I'm wearing my gay pride shirt this morning, because the party that calls all drag queens groomers.
Yeah.
All gay people in general. So if they ban drag queens, is that how we get George Santos out of Congress?
Could be.
Are they banned from Congress or
Yeah.
just from...
Well, he's a groomer,
Because
obviously.
children could go to Congress, right, to watch, don't they?
Children were there during the swearing in.
Right.
Children of Congress people.
They should be exposed to him.
No, they should not.
Yes. A new report, Clay. Where was I? Sorry. In case you haven't heard the breaking news. Because if you're not paying attention, and I'm not because I'm a new mother, I'll tell you about this. There's a lot of drama this morning. Involves wildlife. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just hang on.
Okay.
George Santos went by the name Katara while he performed drag.
Katara Ravachey.
During his...
Ravachey. You had to say the full name, Stephanie. Give her the respect she's entitled to.
Am I lucky she even performs?
Yes, you are.
Lucky.
During his youth in Brazil. And we don't, it's not 100% confirmed, but that sure looks like him, sounds like him. But okay. He used numerous aliases before he was elected to Congress. He is said to have used the name Anthony DeValder, an alias he's accused of using to, that's what the stealing money from the
What was the Jewy
veteran
one?
sick dog.
I thought DeValder was the Jewy name.
No, there was another Jewier name.
Oh, that's right.
That was yesterday's story
Yes.
also, that he uses that name because he says Jews give more money if
Right.
you're a Jew.
Uh-huh.
Okay. A Brazilian drag queen who was friends with George Santos when he lived near Rio tweeted a picture she said was of Santos from 15 years ago. She said everyone knew him as Anthony, never George, or by his drag name Katara, and confirms that this photo is from a 2008 drag show at Ikari Beach, which is fabulous, and my chiffon is wet. That they're looking at.
Sure, and his wig. He
Yeah.
needed a new wig because his wig was wet.
It was chiffon drying, actually, because it was wet.
Yeah.
The drag queens have the stilettos out this morning. They're going to snatch his wig. Andrew Wortman tweets, George Santos, being a former drag queen, has strong Madison Cawthorn face-humping his cousin vibes in terms of testing what the GOP is truly willing to accept. I always said if it had been a female cousin, he'd still be in Congress, Madison Cawthorn.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah.
Since it was a dude, since he was
Yeah.
face-humping a dude.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
You know what? We all know it wasn't that. It was because Madison Cawthorn wanted to talk about the cocaine orgies.
Right.
That's
That's
the
right.
Republicans
Yes.
indulge
George
in.
Santos will not talk about the cocaine orgies. He knows.
No, don't talk about the cocaine orgies. Don't bring that up. That's rude. It might
wants to
make
get-
them look like a giant. Yeah.
George is the one upset he hasn't been invited to them. I'm gonna get me a piece of that Lindsey Graham.
He wants some Lindsay.
Oh, this is an unfortunate headline this morning, written in the wake of the George Santos news. GOP lawmakers want to classify drag as adult entertainment like porn. You would have to ban it from the floor of Congress, wouldn't you?
I think that's in Arkansas
Well,
or Alabama.
Oh, yeah, that's not
Let's
a
make
that's
this
not
national.
a nationwide thing.
Listen, we need to get George Santos out of Congress however we can.
One way or
And
another.
and if it involves us also saying, yes, we should ban drag queens.
We'll just let the Republicans all vote on that with their majority.
Ends meet means. Republican legislatures in Arkansas have introduced a bill that would classify drag as adult entertainment, similar to erotic films or escort services.
Oh.
The legislation would also ban drag shows on public property or anywhere they could be viewed by people under 18. Drag. Their timing is just not the best in this for this new Republican
I don't
Congress.
think they know what actually goes on at a drag show.
Drag shows are destroying these kids' innocence, says Representative Gary Stubblefield. They're no longer kids. They're seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing. God, are they just, is it me or are they being kind of drama queens about the
They're
drag
little
shows?
bit.
total drama queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're seeing dresses.
Someone's-
Oh my God.
Gary Stubblefield is thinking of the children. Because somebody has to, Travis. Someone has to.
Think of the children.
Oh, somebody please think of the children!
Speaking of which, where are mine? I am a nervous new mother.
They've
Chris,
left
tell
the
the
room?
story of this morning. So,
Oh, I was coming to work.
okay, the babies wanted to get up at 4 this morning instead of my usual 5. So
Okay.
mommy got up with the babies.
Yeah.
Took them outside with the potty, pee,
Right.
poo, poo, whatever.
I was coming to work.
Oh, well, wait, hang on.
Oh, well, you told me to.
No, but you're next in the
I
story.
see. Okay, got it.
First in the story is there was a possum coming down the hillside from my house in my yard.
You
And
live on.
I don't know how that works.
You live on the edge of a very large city park.
Well,
So
I'm
there's gonna
all
be
walled
possums.
and gated, so coyotes
Right.
can't get in here. But I know I will get listener advice now. What's the deal with like raccoons and possums and little dogs like mine now. I've never had little dogs here.
Have you heard of rabies?
I know that my friend Trish has roughly 6,000 little dogs, and she
what was
feeds
that?
she
I don't
feeds
know.
possums and raccoons off her back porch.
There was a noise out there that
Yeah,
I have no idea.
yeah, the dogs may
It
have
might have
gotten
been
into
like a
something.
cough or a hack or a crash. I don't know which
Yeah, I
one
don't know.
it was.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
locked down
well,
here,
now-
so possums can't get down here.
Now one's come back.
Bonnie is she's a little rodent hunter, but
And
would she
there's the
attack?
other
She
one.
wouldn't attack a possum.
Well, they're
would
both
she?
alive.
Can you pay attention to my questions? Would
Well,
she
I was-
attack a possum? Would the possum attack?
I have
don't
no
think,
idea.
I don't
I
think
don't-
raccoons or possums attack unless they're attacked.
I don't
I
know.
have
I just
no
know they're
idea.
messing stuff up out there.
And she didn't even bark at the possum. She just sat in my lap, looking, going, "Oh, that's interesting. Look what's coming down the."
I was concerned that they were messing up the computer equipment
Yeah,
out there.
I'm more concerned about
Yeah.
our
The
equipment.
Sorry.
possums. Oh, anyway, so then I decided to take them for a little walk on the leashes instead of in the yard if they had to do like a second poo poo, like Mr. Kevy, the Congress poo.
Idaho.
So I never have them out this
Right.
early. So I had them out on their leashes.
Right.
And you showed up.
I was coming to work and I
Yeah.
hear barking. I'm like, oh my god, what's that? It must be a
They
stranger.
were good dogs. They were being good.
And it
guard
was
dogs.
you. And I'm like,
They were being guard
good morning.
dogs.
I never
They're like,
s-
there's a giant man outside your house, and they were correct. There was.
well,
Yeah.
I never.
So that was good, and they don't keep yapping. They just alerted mommy that there was a giant man here,
Were you in your cozy earth?
and I said, "I know, honey. He's here to undermine me. He works here every day.
And
It's okay."
Your hair was up, so I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I was a mess because mommy didn't have time to.
I didn't have time to put this
Listen,
together.
when there's whining from the crate at 4 a.m., you just go. I still have my Invisalign in and everything. My hair was
Okay.
stuck in a claw. And,
So that's why you sounded like Ann Landers.
hey, get out of my property. Okay, we have Carl Frisch.
Oh,
we have Dr. Doom. We
do.
have Ellie Mastal today, which is very exciting.
It's
yes,
gonna be
Carl.
yellow.
Jody Hamilton has just messaged with some details.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you, Jody. Yes,
Possums
please.
are safe. Raccoons can be bad. Owls and coyotes are dangerous for small dogs.
Yes, I know that.
Well, you asked about possums. She gave
Okay,
you some
all right,
facts.
thank
Possums
you.
are good.
Thank you. I don't think if they try to, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you.
Well, they play possum.
Right, exactly.
If the dogs will bark at them, they'll play possum. That's what the possums do.
Thank you, Chris, for that further fun fact, which I had forgotten. That is why they're,
Called the
and
possum.
thus the term playing possum.
Right.
Okay. All right. Wow, we already have, speaking of the babies waking up early, we already have a statement from the bassinet of the 45th president. Oh, we were hoping this was about in the E. Jean Carroll deposition when he said, she's not my type, and then he was shown a picture of her at that time, and he said, that's my wife, Marla Maples, right after he said,
Yep.
she's not my type.
Yeah.
And E. Jean Carroll's lawyer is like, no, that's your wife, Marla Maples. Yeah. Because I think Trump is stupid enough to think that everyone doesn't realize that you look different when you're 40 years
Right.
younger.
Exactly.
So that E. Jean Carroll didn't. Right. And she, as you were saying, Chris, you used to watch her. She's always been a very attractive lady. She still is.
She had
Right.
a show on the America's Talking Network, which eventually became MSNBC.
Right.
But I used to watch her. She was a hot, leggy blonde.
Right. Leggy blonde.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Not my type. That's your wife. Oh. Okay. So would you like this morning's? I don't know what. Oh, guess what? This is new because there's hardly anything new in Baby's Bassinet.
Oh,
all
There's
right.
something new in the diaper this morning.
What
no.
happened now?
The election was
Surprise.
Stalin.
Stalin?
So maybe now we will pay attention. I just thought it was stolen, but now it's been Stalin. Is that how you pronounce it? Stollen?
That's not a word. You can't pronounce that.
You would know about German pastries, though. That tracks.
Statement from the Bassinet. So with the FBI being caught red-handed in Twitter files, no.
No.
Totally influencing the election on top of all of the other fraud and irregularities, the fake news media is finding it harder and harder to use the term big lie anymore. It actually angers people to do very bad things. The radical left should be careful in its use of this ridiculous
What?
term. The election was rigged in Stalin.
Stalin.
Be careful of that term.
The Unselect Committee of Political Hacks and Thugs refused to discuss it, and so it goes. People want answers. Okay, there's always a part two. Don't you feel like you just have the feeling of a baby just crying itself out and then getting a second wind, just like, and also, right? Like there's always a second
It's
one.
more like Fatal
Yeah.
Attraction, where she's not dead.
Right, she's not dead in the bathroom.
Right.
She's making a big political speech today at Trump Doral in Miami. Oh, boy. Fake news said I'm not campaigning very hard. I say they're stupid. and corrupt. With the election still a long time away, but do not fear many giant rallies. That's all in caps. With other events coming up soon, it will be wild and exciting. Oh, remember like January 6th?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
We will save our country from doom.
Doom!
That's all in caps.
We're all doomed.
And make America great again.
Of course he put that in there.
Good job, baby. Good job. That is good what's in the diaper this morning. Yes, Chris?
Christmasstollen, known in Germany as Christstollen, is a yeast bread that is baked with dried fruits, candied citrus peel, nuts, and spices.
Okay. The
it's
election
fruitcake.
was a German pastry.
It's more of a bread than a pastry.
Yeah, it seems really bready, like a
Yeah.
like a sweet bread.
Right, but it's
type
German.
situation. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But they make a delicious deep fried one at Hitler Burger.
How are we expected to cope this morning with drag queens and possums,
And stolen.
lions, Stalins? Oh my. Okay. Carl
This is gonna be a weird show today. I'm sorry.
Jody already was here.
I
Right,
apologize.
Jody
checked
piped in.
so it's weird.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
apologize to Ellie Mistal when he gets here at 8.
20 minutes.
Sometimes he can get weird too.
Well, I know, but like that's
He's
when
a nerd.